Well, I think it was more an issue of him not being able to give his speech or his presence at the convention without strings attached that he was not willing to take. And Ron Paul is no puppet of anyone. He's his own man, and they gave him an opportunity to speak at the convention, but with strings attached. One of them was to give a full endorsement to Mitt Romney, which would be completely counter to his ideals and the message that he's been sharing and helping spread to everybody in the liberty movement and beyond. So what they did was they instead have offered they're presenting a tribute video to Ron Paul in place of his actual ability to speak. And of course the video would be approved probably by the Romney campaign to not have, I don't know if it's only a tribute to him as a man and not to discuss his message in detail, because his message is not compatible with what Mitt Romney stands for at all.
Since Ron Paul has refused to speak at the convention, do you have any inclinations to leave the convention from a personal or political standpoint?
If I have
do you have any inclinations to leave since Ron Paul has left the convention and refuses to attend?
Well, my mission as a Ron Paul supporter and someone who has been elected an alternate delegate from my state is to go and try to present the ideas in whatever way I can. And that includes, this fight that we have to stop the adoption of rules that were passed by the Rules Committee last week, which would stifle all grassroots activity in the Republican Party by allowing the presumptive nominee to veto any elected delegate and replace them with one of his own choosing nationally. This is something that was passed out of the Rules Committee last week, and it is something that absolutely must be defeated. And it has actually brought more people together than just the Ron Paul people. It's brought together all the grassroots people, not of all who agree with each other, I'm sure you realize, but they are united in this fight against the ability of the establishment to impose rules which would basically turn the representative process completely upside down to allow the nominee to select the delegates instead of the delegates to select the nominee. Is absolutely absurd. And so we're united to fight against that. And for that reason alone, I feel I'm going to stay the course during the entire convention and not allow anything that they do to cause me to leave the floor and not participate and voice my objection.
We better get inside. Go ahead.
In general, a lot of people just assume that the conventions, both Democratic and Republican, are disingenuous parties. Well, literally, they are parties of their candidates. Does that make you feel in any way smothered by the Republican doctrine rather than being able to voice your message as you were stating?
There's no doubt that the Republican establishment smothering the grassroots, smothering the message of the liberty movement. It's not just the parties, but it's also the media. The 95% of the media is owned by only 5 major corporations, and this is a problem. They helped promote Romney through the process, and now we're faced with having this candidate.